Hello, ImpactSEA team and audiences. My name is Nathanael Dihardja, and I'm currently with Karren Barcita. We are from Group 9 of the ImpactSEA, and our project is called TIRTA, which is the Transformative Initiative for Resilient and Thriving Access to Water. In Southeast Asia, where tropical rains abound, it is hard to believe that many communities still struggles with access to clean water and safe water. For millions, waterborne illnesses and daily health risks are the norm. TIRTA was founded on one core conviction: clean water shouldn't be a luxury, it is a fundamental human right. This initiative puts the power to change that reality in the hands of the community most affected. Our problems stems from the rural areas and indigenous communities in Southeast Asia, where water sources are increasingly polluted by unpredictable rainfall, environmental degradation, and chronic underinvestment in public services. Over 70% of surface water in some regions is unsafe for consumption. These conditions leads to preventable disease such as diarrhea, skin infection, and undernutrition, especially among women and children. Yet, local communities with the deepest knowledge of the environment are often excluded from the decisions and resources needed to address these urgent challenges. The result is a persistent cycle of health inequality and environmental neglection. Next, our solution is a bottom-up strategy, community-led initiative that strengthen local capacity to address water health risks. The program empowers community to train health advocates, primarily women aged 25 until 45, to monitor water quality and conduct basic health screenings. We also lead sanitation, education, and hygiene awareness campaigns by engaging community members in culturally resonant practices. We also distribute simple, low-cost filtration tools and hygiene kits to households taking access to clean water. We also integrate indigenous knowledge with the scientific data to influence local water policy and promote sustainable practices. And the last is we also build local leadership capacity by training emerging leaders, including youth and elders, in ethical decision making, inclusive governance, active listening, and ensuring that community action is grounded in trust, care, and long-term collaboration. Next, and your turn.
Thanks, Jeremy. So now let's move on to what makes TIRTA different. So again, we reject top-down interventions. Instead, we place leadership in the hands of those who live this reality every day. Our approach blends public health training and cultural sensitivity and indigenous wisdom, building systems that last because they're created with, by, and for the community. We don't offer a one-size-fits-all solution. We build care-based practices, our approaches to collaboration and governance. So now moving on to our impact potential, our pilot phase will serve three indigenous upland communities, namely Cordillera in the Philippines, Northern Hill tribes in Thailand, and upland entity in Indonesia, where water insecurity, climate risk, and health disparities are most severe. Across these sites, we will directly reach over 1,000 residents and train at least 50 local leaders and youth as health and water advocates and meet our partners in change. These aren't just project sites, they're communities with strong traditions of collective leadership, environmental management, and openness to participatory work. Elders, women, and youth are ready to lead. We focus on women, youth, and elders because these are the true stewards of health, knowledge, and change. So we're not just scaling wide, we're scaling deep. TIRTA invests in people, trust, and wisdom so every intervention becomes self sustaining. Our approach is modular and open. We use shared training materials and participatory monitoring, combining local stories with real data to track and adapt our progress. TIRTA will roll out in 4 phases over 6 months. First, we will build trust and map local needs. Next, we build capacity through hands on workshops and leadership training, always maintaining accessibility and inclusivity. Then, we deliver real interventions, health events, filtration tools, and peer support. And finally, we document and advocate, sharing stories and lessons through an open access platform like a social media page or website for other communities to learn and adapt. And lastly, sustainability, legacy, and invitation. So, TIRTA is about more than just clean water. It's about justice, dignity, and the power of care centered leadership. We invite you to walk alongside us, not as experts, but as allies and co learners. With your support, we can turn polluted water into a source of resilience and health, one village, one voice at a time. Thank you.